Hello YouTube, Zath bringing you a episode of Zath's Replay Theater. It's been a while, so welcome. And got Puddin here with us.
I want to give a special shout out to somebody.
I was just waiting for you to open and close it, but alright, that works too. Oh, we have a Homeworld fan. Egar and Fleet, that's cool.
Let's see. Oh, top tier. Nice. Excellent matchmaking for him. Of course, not like it matters.
Well, you know, when you buy a ship, you need the matchmaker to come with it, right?
Oh, wow. I mean, no.
So what's so awesome about this ship, Mr. Puddin? You have one,
Now,
don't you?
oh, yes. Of course I do. I saved up as soon as they were talking about it, and you know what? It's exactly like a Yamato. It's the only difference is like I tell people, it's an a-hole Yamato. It doesn't have all the upgrades, and the upgrades are to the AA. This is what it originally was. This is the original configuration the ship was built in, while the Yamato is the upgraded version with all of the glorious AA. Now,
Right.
the thing that makes this and the Yamato play exactly alike is the bow can only be overmatched by the 18.1-inch guns, and the point one is the difference between overmatch and not.
Yep.
And now there are two play styles, or possibly three, depending on what you want to do. But the two play styles that are for success are you get into a power position, you stay bow on and say, force me out of here. And the second play style is I'm on the weak side, I'm not going to survive. Let me turn the ship, and you play a kiting game, and you use the number 1 turret and number 3 turret. You do not get number 2 into play because you will be broadside enough for the enemy to hit your citadel. So it's just 1 and 3 in kiting, and bow on it's 1 and 2, or your 2 forward guns.
Right. In other words, if you try to get the third gun, if you try to get all 3 turrets into bear, you're exposing just a little bit too much of your armor scheme to take penetration damage.
Now, the real trick is when you're kiting, it's going to depend on, is there a DD that is shadowing you to keep you spotted? If there is no destroyer, if nothing is close enough to keep you spotted, yes, you can get all 3 guns, safely turn your ship before they have time to shoot at your citadel. They will just harmlessly bounce or just get some pens, but they won't at the citadel.
Right.
So, I mean, it just depends on your situation. And of course, popular playstyle number 3, and well, number 3 would be you YOLO something because you just got it, and you're going to show all those pussy battleships that sit in the back what a man you are, go in and die. Or you can go with option 4, sit in the back and not do anything.
Yeah, you have to find that right balance with this ship. How close to be to the action. You want to be close enough to reliably hit ships, do damage like that. But
No, citadel, somebody was robbed.
But far enough away to where you don't get punished for exposing your broadside, like that. So you got to find that right level of distance. Real quick, you've got, let's take a look at flags, fire reduction, consumable reload, repair party booster, and commander XP bonus. All good flags.
Most importantly, military month, and it looks like he's got the supremacy flag for.
Yep.
Ooh, nice citadel, first blood, 4 broadside cruiser. It didn't matter what caliber guns those were, he was dead.
Yes, absolutely. We also see ihsasum is using premium consumables,
which is the correct call.
Yeah, tier 9. I mean, I know people have complained about it not making as many credits as the Missouri, but whatever. It still makes credits. So.
It's still a credit maker, and you know what? I don't understand why there's this debate between should I get the Musashi or should I get the Missouri. Right now, the answer is you get the Missouri. If you don't have either one of these two, you can only afford one, you get the Missouri. And the only reason you get the Missouri is it's disappearing.
Yep.
The Musashi's going to be here for a while, so you can re-get that experience to get this ship. So,
Right.
Zath always loves to go get both. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have 180,000 or a million free experience sitting around.
Don't go stealing my lines, man. Just about to say, why not both? Now, I mean, if you're somebody like me with no life who absolutely loves this game so much that they're willing to devote their Tuesday night, to to recording replays and stuff like that, then, I mean, you've got the free XP already, just frickin' use it. But, yeah, I mean, I would agree. Go for the Missouri first.
Don't let them fool you, people. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Possibly Monday's the only time it doesn't. And that's because the Kings of the Sea tournament is going on right now.
Yep, so I do apologize. It's been a while since I've gotten one of these out, and it might be a while longer before I get another one out, just simply because I record my replays on the weekends, and when you're stuck spending 4 to 6 hours each day of the weekend, so about, 12 hours over the weekend on this, I just don't have time to record replays like I used to. So
now, I will point out one thing. I'm not agreeing with his position because he's getting a little bit too close to. Well, okay, he's not a little bit. He's on the 2 line, pushing into the 1. While there's a lot of ships over here, really, he's just dealing with things that are to where if he was more or less on the 4
like
3
my
line.
cursor is here.
Well, I'm thinking, somewhere around like D4, he'd be able to help out. Well, all the caps, in all honesty. With his superior range, he's got a spotter plane. So, anything in smoke's going to be punished. But he'd be in a more central location.
Well, that is true. Personally, I would probably agree with his positioning. So I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you simply for one reason, and that's this group over here. You can see that they're pushing hard on this side, right?
You've played with me enough to where I always like to dictate my in-games. I like to initiate the combat. I want to be the one to go in, do what I'm supposed to do as a battleship. But he's sticking with the team, he's supporting the team, so you can't fault him too much. It's just right now personal preference. These guys are clearly going to mop up on A. The Musashi's not a fast ship. I mean, 28 knots relatively good still, but it's not like Iowa, Montana. Even the Germans relatively quick to reposition and get over to B cap and Sport B.
Right.
Because really the only ship down to the south is the North Carolina that he'd have to worry about.
There's an Alabama, there's a Missouri, here's a Roma, and a Frederick.
Yeah, I think those are all behind B, though, are they not?
Alabama and Missouri are behind B. Roma's coming out of B.
So, I mean, he's in a really nice position right now for both sides to put a squeeze on these guys. So, I mean, there is that too. So,
that's what I'm getting at.
He's not exactly in the worst spot, but I'm thinking if he was more towards the 4 or 5 line, now it's a question of who do these guys want to go broadside to.
There's the other part, though, you have to keep in mind, and that has to do with destroyers. And when I'm looking at this mini-map and I see a Fletcher and a Benson south of where you're thinking about positioning, and then you see the Harakaze here at Bravo and the Akatsuki coming out of Bravo, I mean, you know he's there now, but earlier we didn't know where he was. Had he set up over here, now he's in a position to get torpedoed from where these guys are, and also from B-cap. So he's putting himself in a position to get cross-torped. So that's one reason why I probably wouldn't go there, at least not right away. I would want to make sure that my flank is secured. I want this guy gone, right? And maybe a destroyer or two in the process. Then I'll either swoop back south of A and get to here. So get to, G4? Because then I can really put the push on them. Or I'll go back up to here and, kind of do what you were saying originally with your positioning.
Well, I mean, I would have used the island at D5, D4 to stop the potential cross drop. Yes, my one
Mm.
flank is still open to torpedoes, but
Hmm.
uh, you've got to put faith in you're divvied up with a destroyer. You have to put faith in his ability. Obviously, you're communicating, but you know, as much as we will rant about idiots and bad teammates, you have to put your faith in your teammates at some point. You have
Absolutely.
to hope that these guys can do something. Now, if you're doing everything you can to support them and they aren't doing a damn thing to support you, absolutely screw them, leave them high to dry. They deserved it. But you know, I mean, like I said, right now he's not abandoning his teammates. He is sticking with them. He's relatively close, so I'm not going to fault him too much. I just, you know, there's other ways to support the team
Yep.
and your teammates also. I'm throwing out, you know, maybe an alternative.
And there's
I
nothing wrong
mean,
with that. I mean, this game, there's so many different ways to play it, and there's so many different ways to win it and lose it too. So,
he's doing correct target acquisition or shooting.
nice.
He takes out a DD. Now, here's something that I've recently just found out and learned. Now, prior to our big talk about, you know, positioning, he took a shot on this North Cal that was completely running away from him, and he got a nice 13,000 damage. Now, the difference between AG and AP on bow end or stern end ships is going to be this. If AG hits somewhere that is a saturated area and you don't get a fire, you're not going to get uh, the damage. So let's say it's completely saturated, you hit it with HE, you get no damage. You get no fire, so you no damages. It's a waste of a shot. HE takes the damage from the section of the ship you hit. And that's
Right.
where damage saturation comes into.
Right.
AP takes damage from the entire ship, from the entire health pool. So if AP hits a saturated area, while you may not get big damage numbers, you're going to get guaranteed damage because it's taking it from the HP pool, not the section pool.
Now, what we're talking about is take a look at his div mate here, Black Raven. The rear is really dirty. Needs to wipe more. And as a result, if he gets shot here in the rear, it's not going to do anywhere near his damage. Might not even do any damage at all. And that's sometimes where you get 0 damage penetrations with HE shells, and sometimes even torpedoes, they won't do damage. You can see the bow section has also taken some damage, so it's somewhat saturated, so it'll also take reduced damage if you get shot on the bow. But the midsection here is completely clean. So what that means is he'll take maximum damage from HE shells if he gets shot on the midsection and it hits the hull.
No, I mean, no, I mean, you can use this information if you are shooting at a target too, to try to aim for certain sections, especially with HE spreading the love of fire so they can get their barbecue going faster. I mean, it would be rude not to set multiple fires, in my opinion. Unless it's me, then please, I don't need any fires. Trust me, when you make pudding, you don't need fire.
Now you see ihsasum is kind of going to where we talked about earlier. He's going to D4ish now. He's not going to pursue because the Fredry is down there on the flank, and that's threatening a push farther south. So he's going to stay up north where his southern flank is secured, and he's going to come in and get shots on the Missouri. He's probably thinking, I want to get shots on the Roma, but the Roma's getting behind the island too. So he's probably just going to make this Missouri hate his decision to sail where he is right now.
Now, I do like that he's using the island here at A to protect his flank, because he's
Yep.
full broadside to those guys to the south.
Yep.
Now, the other thing is, even with the
Roger.
Yamato and Yuzuri, Yamato and Missouri, with the Musashi and Yamato, these turrets don't turn fast. There isn't enough WD-40 in the world to get these things to turn when you, like, absolutely desperately need them to.
Division mate.
Well, probably got hit in the center, but you know what? The Missouri's starting to get too close to where it's going to take take him a little bit to get his turrets to turn. Well, he takes the final shots, and on the Fletcher, which is still the right call. But I mean, just look at how long it is taking his turrets to turn to deal with this Missouri. If this was a fast cruiser, doing a lot of maneuvers, and you got two of them on either side, you're screwed. Pray to God that they're U.S. and they don't have torpedoes.
Right. Also,
Uh,
take a look now at the mini map. This is kind of important. So, his team has pushed through sea, but the enemy team has basically fled because of the stronger force there, and they've run right into ihsasum's side, and everybody else has died. The Turpin is running away for dear life, probably low on health. Let's see. Yep. So,
yeah.
basically, it's up to ihsasum to hold the line, and basically, his job now is to tank as much as possible as the rest of the team gets in position to help him out.
His mentality has to be, I'm going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But, he does have a third option. Instead of doing this reverse fighting, take 2 or 3 shots in at the Missouri. If he's not dead, you just slam it forward, make the turn, pray for RNG, and start kiting away from these guys to try to save. Now, the one thing the enemy is doing correct is somebody is coming up behind him.
Yes, the Roma.
So the Roma is going to have really nice shots, and while this Missouri is, pushing the Musashi, because I believe it's within maybe five and under kilometers. So your front turret, if you are straight bow on, cannot depress low enough to get into play. So it's only going to be one turret. Now, unfortunately,
hold the shot now. When you see this, you wait a little bit. There it is. No, a little bit too early maybe, but you gotta wait so that he exposes too much side in the process. Oh no, he just took a torp from his teammate.
But I mean, you know what? Okay, he didn't get the Citadel. He took a chance. He could have overmatched him and gotten through, but he's doing the right thing right now.
Yep.
He's got his rear turret in play, and he's just going for it.
This is what's called jousting, and we see a lot of Battleship players that kind of fail to do this. And right, like Puddin said, he's pre-aiming his turrets. He's not zoomed in, and he's just gonna wait for the Missouri to basically end up in his crosshairs, and then he's gonna pull the trigger.
Now the other thing is, because he did shoot and incapacitated that one front gun. Mm-hmm. If that front gun was on a reload, now his front 2 turrets are not synced together.
Nope.
So he only is going to potentially have to deal with one shot. And
there it is.
There it is. Just use that rear turret. I mean, he did it right. He wasn't worried about his front turret. He was just keeping his rear turret on the mark until his ship advanced far enough to, be on the mark. Well, I mean, he could have waited for the Frederick to turn full broadside, but you're not going to hit that Citadel at the range.
He's probably thinking he needs to get himself turned as quickly as possible.
And maybe he's hoping that the Fletcher's going to drop more torps and hit friendlies again.
Nice hit there.
See, at this point, he's doing it right. You take as much help away from the enemy as possible. Just from the mentality of, I'm not going to survive this. Let me put my team in the best position to win. And, oh, look, there's the Fletcher torps that could have killed one of the friendly BBs.
Right.
One of the friendly BBs, so... Now
the smoke is blocking view, so you can scroll in a little bit and have a shot that way, just to see what you're looking at. That's what I would probably do right now. He had a broadside shot in his bound, but he couldn't see him.
It's either that or he's waiting for the Frederick. I'm not sure. I mean, we're not in this situation, and you know what? It's so easy to have, 20/20 hindsight,
Yep.
when you're not in it. We've all been in this tense situations. Maybe he was thinking that somebody's torps would have gotten to Bama, and he's like, well, you know what? I need to take out something.
I mean, 177 kills is pretty sweet.
Let me guarantee the kill on the Frederick. I think he did the right call. He took out their top tier battleship.
Mm-hmm.
He took out 2 of their top tier battleships. Alabama was low, he was burning, so there's also that possibly going through his head. That guy's as good as dead. I'm burning. My repair was on cooldown. who who knows what the Bama was looking at? He should have been looking at that at the Musashi, which is personally why I run priority target on my battleships, is so I know how many people are looking at me, and for when destroyers drop corpse on me. Because you know what, my two favorite things are in this games are Nuremberg's activated and oh look, torpedoes surprised by nobody.
Yep. Roman takes a big hit because he's showing a lot of side. But the Missouri just took a big torp spread as well.
But here's another thing I want to point out. Now, if you pause it for a second, look at the position of the enemy and the friendly fleet.
Yep.
The turrets that ran away made the right call. I'm low on health. I'm worth points at this time. At that point when he was running away, your mentality needs to be, I can't afford to die because I'm worth points. I mean, look how low he is. He's still alive. I'm not sure how much damage he's done, but hopefully he's put some sort of more damage out on these guys. While the Musashi sacrificed his life to defend A and hold the enemy as long as possible for them to deal with. I'm sure the Turpitz is going to die here because there's a cruiser looking at him. I don't understand why the Turpitz is torping. They're probably never it. Nope. But oh, maybe not. The Ibuki looks like it's looking at the Missouri. Because the Musashi stayed at A, allowed the Turpitz to live to put out more damage to keep guns in the game.
And keep the rest of the team, allow the rest of the team to catch up, basically, too.
Now, one of Zach's favorite sayings is, besides, hey, let's play Belfast and let's get reported.
Hey, I don't get reported. You do.
Yeah, I don't know why. But keep shooting at it till it's dead.
Oh, yeah.
The Turpitz is still alive. Who knows if the Ibuki's running dead flags? You get hit and get detonated by a ship that's at 4 health, and you were at 100 because you decided not to shoot at it. That's not good. The other thing is, look, that Turpitz is still alive. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
But he had to waste a salvo on a ship that should have already been dead, and he took some damage for it. Might not have been high damage, but he took something to where you probably had to have used some sort of consumable. Maybe the Turpitz was shooting at G and you've got to put out the 2 fires. You just wasted a consumable because you didn't want to shoot at somebody low health earlier in the game.
Now it's time for Ibuki to earn his solo warrior.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's not going to happen because we're not looking at it for
Well, maybe he saved a star then.
My feelings on that.
I do, which is why I said it. Haha.
Anyway. Well, that's what you get. You know what? I do want to say before we wrap this entire thing up, if you guys do watch competitive, the Kings of the Sea thing going on, watch Zath's Twitch. Or you can do what I do. You have everybody's Twitch up at the same time.
And why would you do that, Puddin'?
Just for the raffles that are going on. They are giving, the only thing I wanted from this was the flag that is only available on EU right now, but you are getting 2 camels, which are what is it, 10 Restless Fire? No, it's a Restless Fire flag and 10...
for the win.
For the win camo?
The win.
So, you can get some camos on it. Now, why do I watch multiple streams? Zath, how many raffles have I won? Thank you for asking. I've won multiple times. I've won 3 times. I won the first week on Zath's channel, and I have won on Zath this weekend and on, I can't say Quad's full name because I'm an idiot, but I've also won on his channel. Now, I have given the 2 codes away that I didn't use to people who were unfortunate not to be able to watch the streams, but the reason I say go to Zath's channel and the reason I have won multiple times is, unfortunately, everybody's watching Sea Raptor or Quad's channel. There's not very many on Zath. So it's easier to win a raffle when you're the only one who entered.
Yep.
Multiple times.
Yep. So that being said, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this replay. It's tough getting them in during competitive seasons like Supremacy, King C, whatever. So, um, I don't know how much more you're gonna see of these replays. I'm gonna try to do another one, put it now and get one going, but it might take a bit. So, keep sending replays. I'm gonna put these together, and once the competitive's over, you're definitely gonna see me back and going on the typical one replay a day kind of setup. So.
Well, the only reason he plays now is because I cry that I containers.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's all good. It's a fun game, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. We'll leave it at that.
All right, guys. See you later. Send replays. Remember, any tier, any ship, any game mode, win or lose. Please lose. Any replay is perfectly fine. Um, and as always, do the usual YouTube crap. All right, like, subscribe, comment, downvote, pudding. Whatever you need to do.
That's fine. I mean, my comments are the most helpful.
All right, see you guys.